Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so grateful. In this video, I would be talking about your state of being. This is going to be a really good refresher and a really good reality check in case you have forgotten what your state is all about and why it's so important while manifesting any kind of desire. So I'm going to repeat a line I have used a lot in my past videos. And because I've not filmed a lot of videos in the past few months, it's going to be a good reminder. You are not going to manifest what you want. You are not going to manifest what you are desiring. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest who you are as a person. And who you are as a person is defined by your state of being. You as a person, who you are being in this moment, and on a moment-to-moment basis in your regular life dictates how your 3D reality is going to transform or not transform and remain stagnant. This is one of the most basic things you learn once you enter this journey of conscious creation, that your state manifests. But what happens on the way is, as weeks pass by, months pass by, and we try learning everything else that's a part of manifestation community, we kind of forget our basics. And we kind of still start hanging on to the desire, to the outside world, to how things are separate from us, how things are far away from us. And we really start not paying much attention to our state. That is actually the key to manifesting everything. So I want to remind you that you can desire anything. You can desire anything. There's no limits to it. You can want anything in your life. It's completely fine. No one can question you on that. No one can oppose it. You can desire whatever you want in this life. But are you going to have it? Are you going to have it show up in your life? Are you going to have it near you or in you or around you to experience it? Are you going to materialize it in a sustainable way? That completely depends on what you are doing with your state, how your discipline is. My personal formula of discipline is repetition plus persistence plus trust. What are we doing when we are trying to manifest anything? What are we doing? At the surface, what people are aware of is that I can manifest anything. I'm the god of my own reality. I need to really do techniques, repeat them a lot, focus on my desire a lot, and then it will show up in my reality. What do people who are aware of the in-depth process of manifestation know? They know that beneath all of this surface level knowledge, yes, these are the steps. Theoretically, if I talk about manifestation, these are the steps. But when you really go deep and understand how your mind works, what we are really trying to do through that repetition is impress your subconscious mind. What we are really trying to achieve through that repetition and discipline is change your state. When you really understand these things, you will be accountable for your desires. You will never ask anyone else why it's not coming, when will it come, because those answers lie with you. Well, it will come when you change your state. Well, it will come when it becomes really familiar to your mind. Well, it will come when it becomes a really natural part of your identity. I don't know how long it will take for you as an individual, as a person to do that. Are you really sticking to your routine every day? Are you really sticking to your discipline? Are you really regulating your emotions when you're feeling resistance, fears, doubts? Are you really learning how to calm your nervous system down? Are you really taking care of yourself, or you're trying to torture yourself into manifestation with doing the techniques that you have heard are good, but they don't feel good to you? Doing manifestation in a way where it's exhausting you and not peacefully integrating it in your day-to-day regular activities? When I provide any kind of manifestation routine to my clients, that's both in my ultimate manifestation packs and in my coaching, I always provide them with a routine that integrates with their day-to-day life and day-to-day tasks, so it doesn't become exhausting and doesn't become like separate task you need to take time out for. So you need to take care of all of these things when you are entering this journey of conscious creation. No one is asking you not to desire anything, but just desiring something can be called as just wishing for something, and actually putting in work towards that. All of the mental work also does count as work. All of that inner work does count as work. It does take effort. Are you ready to put in that effort? It does take emotional and mental energy to drop your past, to drop your old behavioral patterns. Are you ready to do that? Are you genuinely, ask yourself, are you genuinely ready to change your state of being? If you want to know whether deliberate manifestation is for you or not, otherwise you are anyways manifesting every day. It does not matter. You are on an autopilot mode. You have millions of beliefs in your subconscious mind. That range, it actually goes back to like 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years for some people, 50 years. You are anyways manifesting. I'm talking about deliberate manifestation. Ask yourself, am I really ready to change my state? Changing my state implies letting go of the fears, doubts, and past, letting go of unfavorable behavioral patterns, letting go of unfavorable obsession, really focusing on my routine, putting in discipline, making it a priority, taking it seriously, and really being excited about the future that is to come in my life. Once this thing happens in my life, how is my life going to be? Really immersing yourself in that experience, marinating your mind completely in it, and being excited about it, being hopeful about it. Let me tell you again that nothing is going to change if you don't change. A lot of people do not understand this sentence. I'm sure you have heard this in a lot of videos. I will let you know what that means. Nothing will change around you if you do not change. It means if you do not change your state. It means if you do not align your beliefs, thoughts, feelings, emotions, anything that comes after that, your inspired actions, your behavioral patterns to that desire. Once you match your energy, if you do not understand energy, again, I'm explaining it. It means your internal state, your thoughts, emotions, feelings, beliefs, everything in combination makes your energy. If you do not match that energy of the person who already has your desire, who is already that person, you take on that identity, you take on that version of you in your imagination, this mental work. If you do not take on that state, you will always be in this place in your life where you feel stagnancy, where you feel stuck, where you feel like things are not changing. Because your state is not changing, you are not changing. So you desire anything you want. We all have so many desires in our life. I have so many desires in my life. Am I focusing on them individually? Am I really doing the work around that? Am I really taking on the version of the person who has that desire? There's always going to be two versions of you. Or one person is who has that desire, one person who is desiring it, who is hoping for it. I really want that car. I really want to have my own house. I really want to work in this company. Okay, I am that person who's desiring this. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has so many dreams. But if I'm really taking these desires seriously, I will work towards changing my state. I will take on that version of knowing that, yes, I am that person who can get that job there and who will get that job there. I am that person who deserves having her own roof, and I will get that house, and I will get that car. Then I start putting in that work. I ask myself, am I really ready to change my state and really leave behind and, just like open my hands and let go of my limiting beliefs, my limitations of me not being able to do something or not being able to accomplish something? And if the answer is yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready, and I will do the work that it takes. Then I will let go of those patterns, those limitations, of those behaviors that do not align with my new version. A person who has a roof on her head, will she still be hoping to get a roof on her head? A person who has this car, will she still be desiring to have that car? It's all mental work. I know it sounds very contradictory, but that's the whole work. You need to live in your mental space. You need to imagine things here. In your imagination, in your internal world, you are already one with your desire. Your desire is not outside of you. It's not far away from you. It's not turning its face from you. It wants to be in your life. Look at your desires this way. They want to be in your life. They're waiting for you to pick them. They're waiting for you to just leave your limiting beliefs behind and hold their hand. Because your two hands can only hold so many things. So if your hands are holding on to limitations, how are your hands going to hold on to your new desire? They are waiting for you. They want you to pick them. So just let go of what's not favoring you. Decide that yes, you're going to focus on changing your state. And put in the discipline, repetition, persistence, and trust. Trust in yourself and trust in this process of manifestation. Trust in the power of your mind. So stop just hoping. Stop just desiring. Stop just daydreaming. All of those things feel good. I know. I am someone who daydreams so much. But if you're really serious about your desires, you need to be one, okay, and ready to let go of your past, let go of your unfavorable, obsessive, compulsive thoughts around your current circumstances, let go of your fears and doubts. And all that comes with practice. I'm not saying that today if I sit and decide I want to, because no one wants to hold on to their fears and doubts intentionally. Okay, it happens unintentionally. It happens because our mind, our body is used to that feeling. We find comfort in that chaos. What I'm telling you is, it will take practice. At least you need to have yes as the answer to, do you want to let it go? Are you really wanting to let it go? If that answer is yes, that's a good place to start. And if you want to know in detail, step by step, how you can let go of your fears, doubts, emotions, and how you can deal with resistance, I have a lot of techniques that you can use to deal with your resistance, whether it's while practicing techniques or during random times in your day when any kind of fear or doubt comes up. And how you can exactly step by step deal with negative emotions. I have this whole playlist called Fears, Doubts, and Triggers. You can go through that playlist. I'm sure you're going to get some kind of solution for your specific circumstance. Our emotional well-being is really important when it comes to our state, because when our emotions are not well, that's when our state changes instantly. Notice it when you're feeling jealous, your state changes instantly. When you're feeling anger or rage, just take a simple example of a road rage, your state changes instantly. Feelings and emotions change your state instantly. So if you learn how to regulate your nervous system, if you learn how to manage your emotions, how to take care of yourself, and really focus on emotional well-being, in the long run, you will become a master manifester that never fails at anything. Your state is directly connected to whatever happens in your mind, your mental state, your emotional state. It's all connected. If your emotional state is not good, you're feeling down because of something that took place today, it's going to bother your mental state. You're going to keep repeating it. Why did I do that? I could have done that. Why did that person say this to me? And because you immerse yourself so much in that negative state of mind, because it hurt your emotions, you're going to attract more of that. Usually, if you would have noticed, some days are like that. Something happens in the morning, and then throughout the day, a lot of things follow that are really not pleasant. So this is how our mind works. Really take care of your emotional well-being. Emotional well-being directly impacts your state, and your state directly impacts whatever you're trying to do in your life. And your outside reactions, action, and behaviors, it directly comes from your state. So I really hope I was able to help you understand that you do not manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. Who you are is your state. And I also have a complete playlist around your state of being. It has a lot of videos on your state of being. If you really want to understand it in depth, you can check out that playlist as well. My coaching, my ultimate manifestation packs, guided meditations, subliminals, email coaching, everything is in the video description below, including my merch. So if you're interested, you can check it out. Thank you so much again for joining me here today. I will see you in the next video. Till then, have a great week.